When the altar becomes an audition. The altar was never meant to showcase your gift. It was meant to kill your flesh. But today is treated like a platform for talent, not a place of transformation. You don't need to be gifted to be broken. You need to be surrendered. See, we've got worship leaders more rehearsed than they are repentant. Preachers more focused on being smooth than being spirit-filled. Altars that look like Broadway, but feel like nothing. The modern church doesn't call people to die to self. It invites them to perform for approval. And what's worse, we've accepted it. We've confused presence with production and reverence with ratings. No wonder why people leave unchanged, because they weren't led to the cross. They were entertained near it. Romans 12:1 says, present your bodies a living sacrifice. Not a polished influencer, not a charismatic motivational speaker, but as a sacrifice. And if the altar doesn't smell like sacrifice anymore, then what you're calling church might just be a show. When education replaces encounter. We used to gather around the fire. Now we gather around degrees. And don't get it twisted. Learning is biblical. But when the pulpit becomes a platform for credentials instead of spirit-led truth, we've replaced the altar with academia. We traded revelation for resumes. We've got pastors who can quote Greek verbs, but can't cast out a single demon. Professors in pulpits who know doctrine to the letter, but haven't wept at the altar in years. No presence, no trembling, just polished presentations. They don't study the doctrine of God anymore. Just because someone has a degree doesn't mean they know the word. Those diplomas today, most are business degrees dressed up as theology. Bachelors in entertainment, masters in doctrines of demons, and PhDs in psychology. And here's the truth nobody wants to say. The altar left the minute we started pushing people to go study man's doctrine instead of dying to self and being led by the Holy Spirit. Most pastors today, they didn't get there through fire. They got there through funding. No wilderness, no crushing, just a family name, some education, and a suit.